Okay, welcome back, students. We're going to start looking at back to what causes sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks to form. First thing I want to review with you is what drives our weather. The sun is the principal source of light and heat energy. And we've kind of touched upon this in the past, but what happens is that the sun's energy ends up driving those processes that cause weathering. Things like wind, rain, different cloud formations. That's all because of different heating of sections of the Earth by the sun. The term weathering, if we didn't already know, is the process of rock breaking down into smaller pieces due to wind or moving water. Just like you see in this picture here of that big boulder, that's big crack in it was caused by, over a long period of time, water seeping into one small tiny crack, freezing, then thawing, freezing and thawing over and over again to eventually crack the rock. Same kind of concept that causes potholes to form in our streets during the wintertime. What I want you to do is go ahead and pause this video and add weathering to page 11 of your scientific notebook. So go ahead and create a page 11 of weathering with a definition, a drawing, and some examples and some non-examples. Next, what you're going to see is, well, you're not going to see this because I don't have the model in front of me, but you did see this last week when we went through chapter 1, was when we create a model using hard candy to represent sediments and also igneous rock. How is real sedimentary rock made? That's made when rocks are eventually weathered over time and broken down into smaller bits called sediment. How we modeled this using hard candy in chapter 1 was taking a Jolly Rancher and crushing it up. I think I used like a hammer, or I might have shaken a jar really vigorously, and that broke that candy up into small little chunks. If you want to model this, you can, and then you'll get the sedimentary rocks. It's just going to take your lesson a little bit longer. If you happen to have some hard candies that you can use to model this, you can pause the video and go ahead and get those materials. Now, the other thing we did is we're using whole pieces of hard candy. So I used like a whole Jolly Rancher to represent igneous rock. Hard candy itself is made from hot liquid that cools and hardens just as hot magma cools to form igneous rock. So those were our two rock types, or our fake rock types. And now, if you still have those, ideally what I would do is shake the jars that they're in really, really hard, really, really vigorously to see if that model of weathering is going to cause those little rock candies to break into sediments. So again, if you have these materials, you can do this yourself. But if not, I'm basically telling you what we would do with this model is shake those jars really vigorously, and both the sedimentary rocks over here on the left and the igneous rocks, and when I'm saying rocks, they're really candy, but the model of igneous rocks on the right would break into small little sediments. So any type of rock, whether it's a sedimentary rock or an igneous rock, if it undergoes weathering, it can form into sediments. You can break any type of rock down into sediments. Go ahead and finish your questions in this section and then move on to the next.